Nandala Mafwadi has come to save Uganda. Economy, fixing economy. When the jumps in the economy, fixing economy. One Uganda, one Mafwadi to my Uganda. Let us fix the way in our pockets. Uganda, Nandala Mafwadi, Bango, Uganda. Amasibi barira kasende umusolo kakinisha kona ndege. When we look at this cooperative, the only functional cooperative in Uganda under the management of Nandala Mafwadi, where he see a visionary president. Civil servants, the cry of the teachers, the cry of the cry of all businessmen and women, the cry of the farmers. The answer is James Nathan Nandala Mafwadi. He minds about the lifeless of the teachers, help the workers, and the many business community. Let us all support Nandala Mafwadi. For better future of Ugandans. Nandala Mafwadi, one Uganda, one people, for unity and prosperity. Let us support Nandala Mafwadi. Nandala Mafwadi, Uganda, the time has come. We have a choice to make. A choice for real change, a choice for hope, a choice for a better economy, a better future, and money in our pockets. Nathan Nandala Mafwadi is a tested leader, a man of integrity, an economist who understands what people need, jobs, affordable living, and opportunity for every Ugandan, not just a few. The FDC is not promising miracles. It is a plan to fix the economy and put money in your pockets. Ugandans from all walks of life, the youth, women, workers, farmers, stand up, let your voice be heard. It's time to take back our economy and our country. Nathan Nandala Mafwadi James for President 2026. Vote for the key. Vote for FDC. Fixing the economy, money in our pockets.
For your second review, Otieno Meni Natinda ke hawatia Palvia Beach Okari Chawa Hatek Meltiano Radio. I tune your radio work here aboard we are born to another board of Fama al radio. Bedu could be tinini Chakana Haneni Tinu Chino Kolichawa Chalkreni, Chare Chawa Deck to Chawa Beach Motieno. Obero Karachel Kere Chung to me to be the president male of Uganda. Meti Chung Kumaho Bandera, me party, me forum for democratic change, man FDC. Duong Nathan Nandala Mafwadi radio. Chidong adua lokatike team ameolwaho presidential aspirant, your presidential candidate, Department FDC, and Nathan Nandala Mafwadi is studio. Aidake hanokama bina yim habino jologia radio. Young aware check as we have been telling you. I already have a team a team who escorted Nathan Nantala Mafabi, the presidential aspirant, under at the Forum for Democratic Change. After a short break, I'll return and welcome them in the studio. I can see them in the studio, and they are looking not tired. I don't know how the campaign trail is taking them in the region. They're not looking so tired, but when we return, I'll introduce them officially. For now, let's first get for a short break. And they will also, I have a team here who will introduce, who will translate the song. The song you heard in the background, I have people here who can even sing that song in the local language. So they can translate it. But let's first get for a break. After break, I'll come back and officially welcome the presidential candidate himself. Nathan Nantala Mafabi has been a member of parliament for long. He has been a leader of opposition in parliament. He is known for speaking hardly about corruption when he was in parliament. Let's get for a break and we'll...
No, I'm still there. I went to
Hey, you still there.
I didn't know.
Actually, unakamasi depot. Balena kakiki kumba. Morulem, nakamoya. Gurine kuch, amechao chunduklo. Miraboro webo wentonera boro. Fama, radio wa. Back in time. Long Etuba, Uganda, the Northern Region Treasure, Etuba,
we'll have the team from here to start, and I'll have a round of introduction, and the team from the studio will start, and then I'll welcome the party president. After he will speak marathon. I think I need him to speak without being interrupted, and then one of you comes and summarize while translating in local language.
Kono kaulo tabo to translate yon kokono.
How long do I translate?
Yes. In Nodokben.
Let us use this screen. They can share this group and then then
Let it throw then somebody.
Okay, now, Emmanuel Ajako, welcome in Langi, Tepi Evora, Tedo Watermasha.
So Emmanuel Ajako, Tepi and then Tebino Bori, head of your party president, how to end and then if you translate it, then
all five
people can get it well. Make it like that. Okay. So that law for some whatever then better interpreting or maybe John can abet. Yeah. That is it.
You will now interpret, huh?
Which president will go, Emmanuel?
Sorry?
Where we went to today when where didn't we go? From in Kole. We didn't reach we didn't stop in a year.
Oh,
that is better.
Then we also did talk in Chegere.
Time we have consumed
Chegere. We stopped in no, we passed Chegere. But which one was the first one?
Thank you.
That was part of a year. Part of it. It was a year. So on that road you were supposed to have stopped in the middle there?
Yes.
So
But when we are moving stock, we just forge that one. Like we forge that one because the boy is not many people.
The first one.
Even the second one, even the third one.
Somebody the second one, book was on the list.
It was on the list, but we couldn't. What?
We'll officially start in the next 2 minutes.
It's so very interesting, yeah? I think somebody is saying I'm the only man not to make roads. Well, not my day. You were saying that three people can never forgive you, Chadulani and Muguzamuti. The rest of the country can forgive, but not the But you've only been around for 25 years. He's been there for 40 years. Why did you make no, he hasn't make no sense. No. If he can get age limit out, I can get double limit. What is the limit to get a road? To get a road, yes. What if we do that one?
We are starting this.
Okay,
all right. Thank you.
Let's talk about the problems we have got in the fight. Chasing people from the left, the problems we have got in the fight.
We have a choice to make, a choice for routine, a choice for hope, a choice for a better economy, a better future, and money in our pockets. Nathan Nandalama Provisions is a tested leader, a man of integrity, an economist who understands what people need: jobs, affordable living, and opportunity for every Ugandan, not just a few. The FDC is not promising miracles. It is a plan to fix the economy and put money in your pockets. Ugandans from all walks of life, the youth, women, workers, farmers, stand up, let your voice be heard. It's time to take back our economy and our country. Nandalama Fabichams for president, 2026.
Was by the hospital in Western.
Vote for FDC.
Chasing people from the
economy, money
from the road.
Tunaboro, radio.
Oya take on radio dake hawadu tiye rio ya take okari chawa hatek motieni ni natinini nena ko nika du chen habinudo jolo welena matike di studio is a party me forum for democratic change man FDC me a presidential candidate doka party president take the studio kan ke team ameno bino ke on radio abinu nyutogi kwa chako ke nyuto team mati take the studio kan entitoro what lobo on your nano show man in YouTube channel me radio wap ya board we abonwe channel board farmer I told you waita kanalo ke kene we lobo www.radiowa.org I told you wipe ya board we abonwe channel board farmer donc I go to YouTube bino nano wa live eka ita what me that tell me I will have this conversation with you radio in the studio. I'm happy that I now have a team who has supported President Nathan Nandalama Fabi and who is also the presidential aspirant under FDC party ticket or party flag. I will start by introducing the team in the studio before I welcome the party president. Achako kedi Newton, studio ticket Newton, Fredio Kelo Newton Obedo, run a deep man forum for democratic change in Lira City and I will run Pidul Teach Mayor.com. It's a party FDC. Be a member of the National Executive Committee. Freddie Newton Techu be a member of Parliament. Mo Yam County North. Student article Judith Joanna Kulu. Be the National Secretary for Research and Policy. Arana Ditman Meti Mekweda, Ikopmetela, Rachel Kere, Kwedo Diero, Ikopmetela, the party. Me FDC, Eka Kere, Nano Chikovo, and the party man to teach the Bayer, and the Women League member, my FDC, is still the article Ati kero ngom Emmanuel Okwel, ngom Emmanuel Okwel bedo achung primetu beda member me parliament me Jury County and beda member me National Executive Committee me party me FDC radio mono wela mati kede studio kanene kede party president wa chake Jolo Newton. Newton apoye jole ba?
Apoye Matek, moderator. America for your management never do wa for the karuni maro bina ya uno slot ne bina ponyo jawa ko become ko tigero ko chicken passion ni ay no Newton Fredo Kelom abedo run the party me FDC University abedo se arana duong me youth committee party me FDC National Executive Committee abedo chu ametia meto te rodon jauma yame tumale di parliament of Uganda di parliament na parario amedi ko kanoro moderator James Nathan Nandala Mafaji obedo presidential flag bearer and obedo party president FDC obedo engineer Patrick Uboya Moriat
Okay.
Power FDC ngeo one party member by Patukene. One party president, Mabelo, flag bearer, unyo party president, Mabelo flag bearer. Ngatoke Kene party FDC, Rondo Middle flag, Mabelo president of Uganda. No party president here. So going forward, let's separate that, the two. Our candidates should be accused of insubordination before he leaves us off.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting more clarity on that. Now, Nathan Ntala Mafabi is the presidential flag bearer. I'll take it Judith Joan, Judith Apoye Mateka, Julie Fagada Yuri.
Apoye Chitalo, we radio Dusha, we radio wa. Apoye Dogme, Ruateke routine, near Judith Joan Akulu, Abedo Secretary for Research and Policy, Women League National. Dahabedo chairperson Women League FDC party Leptom district Beduno Terra me winyo mutamita me president party flag bearer tia binukede me kobiwu me kela loha ilobo Uganda anapoyu kai ibeduna Terra me winyo.
Right, Apoye Mateka take Redwong Emmanuel Okwel, Hachum Pimetu Belameba me Parliament, Mantia Jury, Apoye Mateka, Emmanuel.
Apoye Tutual, Nialuani Ngom, Emmanuel Okwel, Abela Tinma Leptom, Ati Parime FDC, Abe Chela me Portpa Kogu Ginoro, Amito Palo Kwena Bolao, Langiduj, Pito Wunyashiwa, Melao, Meko Merotu, Mawor Macha, Muse Yesam, Udur, Meko Merotum, Lao Kunyi Lao Bura Tut Tapelare, and one leoni, Langu Bede Chungi Tech, the Karamame Kuni, Meduni Lego, Nahagao Birukan, Kom Adwong Wanyashi, Man Wanuchalo. Both Prime Minister Melao Amobedo Ngwaluye Wanokwayeni Kwena Wanidang Dobot Pashu Tunga Wunyashi Borotino Mere One Dushutu Kumuke Gikara Shell Wanokwayeni Ba Milke Tipo Wunyashi Kanapera Kino. Ko niya ulo ngom Emmanuel Okwel one nahanenu tu wot kede adom Nathan Nandala Mafabi iweno mere maybe to Queen maybe the president in Uganda enuti ya page kede kole tinini enubiri ya page town Tebedo ya kohori ya wila Dr. Woti Ayago Tebe Yotik Division Kundogbe Tebohe Na ya yer Te wori kona bohe Ente do Lira dong eno binu kan endo binu melo kelelwak yen langi nirwin manifesto mera ber ngo achie ay ditimo pi Uganda en ngo miyo eno tawni langi nirwin eno ko ne nyuta nyura nyute eto pegea koboni luak ma juri anati kan ke the president who aduong Nathan Nandala ame en kopere katia chela pira tek na chiel merie mukuo metilo Uganda achune debe di chawa yen kadu mukuo ko di kuo mo detwoki ametilo Uganda ne kado enoriemo ko nyuruni chene mo do rombe di chawa.
Okay, Emmanuel Adbuchen, I put pe party, I put pe flag bearer loho mi yuda ke chala chen me kong tomu gino pero jonne. So Adbuchen boy. Apo imate I think the dano kana me wa koda de nyure. Apo imate bino.
Yes, apo yela nyalo ni Honorable Daniel Chris that ye chungi jome war mahawad ya paj municipal council wa ma pacha wuni nya chona ditama no ri wuni nya ngeni. Poyo wono ka we look at party president wa meeting kelekan and na going to let yom for you
Daniel Christ. Now I will also now take this great opportunity with a great pleasure to welcome the presidential aspirant that is Honorable Nathan Nantala Mafabi to just first introduce himself. I welcome to Radio and it's a pleasure. The trail in the region. Are you not having is anything hectic to you? Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother, moderator. First of all, I want to greet my people who are listening to us. Kopango, Elio Mabe, my brother Daniel is the one who sent me to Bugisu and I forgot my language, but now I'm coming back. First, as Emmanuel stated, we are on this land. We have lost our chief of the is it Kingdom?
Yes.
Paramount Chief.
Yes,
Runyandachi. We are very sorry. We send our condolences to the people of Lango, but as always our norm, we need to observe a minute of silence to hear a prayer for our Paramount Chief who has been there for us.
And Jacob Lincoln Mod second or me way hokwa piti huba piti karunya shiwa we ba ke tu me kan pore pere olingo.
May his soul rest in peace.
Ba ke tu me kan pore pere. Amen.
Well, today, as Emmanuel, I want to thank my brother Emmanuel who led us in the team, followed by Daniel who has been there for us, and our chairman Baguma, who have been with us since morning up to late evening. As Emmanuel has stated, we went to Apache district, and from there we went to College district, but because of bad roads, we couldn't be in time to finish everything we wanted, but because everywhere the roads were quite bad. And I'm so happy that President Museveni is saying I'm the one who made him not make roads in Uganda. That clearly he has agreed the roads are what? Are bad. But it is me who stopped him, but today I'm going to confirm to you, the people of Uganda, that he has failed, because even when whatever he wanted, he got it. For example, he wanted to remove the term limit, he made it.
You didn't stop him?
He never stopped. I was there in Parliament.
Did you stop him on the road infrastructure?
No, if I tried the term limit, which we never wanted, and I got lost, defeated, that means he could do, he did it, and that was constitutional amendment. Then when it came to age limit, he removed it. So that means for him, he can do anything. Now, where did Nandala stop him to make roads. Now, if it's true that I stopped him, then the money must be on some bank account. Sitting there that now, because Nandala could not allow me make the roads, the money is here, which I want to make the roads. So Nandala stopped me, but the money is here.
Okay.
But now I'm even seeing of interest that they are borrowing 8.3 trillion from a commercial bank to do what? To do roads. So if there was money on the account, why would you now borrow right now in a hurry from a commercial bank instead of going for concessional loans? Let me allow my brother Daniel to do that.
Okay, then Chris Guy Goyimano, thank you so much, Honorable Nathan. I will give the team in the studio 1 minute each to say something, and then I get back to you, and we can now dive into the issues surrounding you. I mean, the picture for your vision for the country. Thank you so much. Daniel Chris, Romo Goyimano, and let me joke and
yes, Apoyo. Party President wa Chahopoyo, one log melango dubu, Chiroma Pola Papat, Kedochalo Pena, Kumere, got Pasio, Wundeo, Nyashua, Yeshamodur, Niwada Kuru, not Pire, Manda Duan Posibore. Tima in a Kobono, Timama Wara Pachi, Ya War of Jahero, Jahon and Datala Doma, fight to not on bad state, Setia Bear, Yeda 1 year, Nano to a wine, the Dogi Poramea, Long Lock Joy Chipan. Kita como que no te vota huira te vota yago te do bini loala te bini yam kolen na ikona molen eno ko movement edushu mi otama ni wore rutu eno dushu because yo wapetia be donga yo belly dege yo weringo wanu mi to amene ko mogwe neni come en wewe ka torena do will be party president wa nyo be president wa 2026 2031 mi yo wa kito yo wa right kede eno ko mena mariotia koni adom logo yueri Museveni mai chawa ni chamoro ken ni do para beach medo machiel enene mako bendera mebedo president of Uganda and nadana fabi koma eno kitano ko ke no ni Museveni je luore matai because chakoni eneno mi pe yubo yore and ya yomi obe yo morobon mo before tuna years before tuna bilonino so koni kalga mete tia gamo trillion na bor po na day Ngomel yuri poti ya rakitin ye waye okoni kajo mi krom kerjo mi kuira be enemy neni yuri wani disho pura be the following kita mi bet kede tema ko boko ko age limit Museveni diati mo jamo kana mo yen mi rapire to kwa age limit ko mando no ti amiti kada ndo do wangi amiti do be do poa we de to atala apoyo ndero chakika
Good apoyo mateka Chris mimi wangeyo kitame Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi Chaho Kalachel Kiri Newtemere, or Jenny Natini Yekman. Now, Ami yo, you are Meti Ye Kano Kennedy, Daki Hachela Chel, Mekobo Ginora, put Pedo Acholo, Amak Bendera, in your Achum Pimi to be the president, Medodonia Tira on the manifesto and on the vision for the country. Let me start with Emmanuel. Ami, where you been Daki Hachel, why Yekobewa. Ke luak me juri ke luak me lao ke luak me tu malumelo Uganda ke wilo apoa
kwa tuta moderator man kwa ni woro bo luak me juri ame andi he at what board game kwa na molo ni baya awol lokedi megi nang ne yotama ametie adum president adum flag bearer wabino no pero weke wot kene atawa ni awara make gwara nemi yebeo yeri awani don kita ndi ha wot kelo ko gulu ni an di hido hati bo ya duol kanu atike lo mi di biru ni namba duom yen ko me pashu me yubo pashu kiti winyu ko bo kele ni yo raj daga raj pia chole na tie chukulu tino tia porro do mana kwa yudulang majuri ni anna kenna ronenno ngome atima piru yen jo do be mo ke pia rio tishu bino lo yoko ento wuri lohwa wuri nena wunu dam tieni jami dushu ka wuri bini onyu wuri jama bo ikoma jamu ubiro go ahead kitamiro go ahead kere
Yo tia ba che juri kuna.
yo me juri pe wote
Okay.
kunwana tichi fe paruka na chil ada ko me chil la me kajiri nene tawni turi yo turi kitia ber eto kadeli ko ina nena yo juri na do racha lo ilao
Surely, okay. Apoy matek me your luck no you need would better to look you are there. Don't will also be following that up on that point.
apoye
Can you yin money campaign trade?
monero mwando wona ni kunno
Good, John. Apoy wa ila jole dake hamara chel.
Apoya Titwal, moderator, Kedo Win Radio Dushu. One Tino Bay Lao. I've been moving with the party flag bearer, Nathan Nandala Mafabi. Ame Obey Lao, Woro, Pele, Aduhu Kwania, Tawatapaj, Adon Karapaj, Tamani, on my decade, you are Popwat Kumeno. Edo Tunu, Chien Kucha. Atenuodo Jami Dong, Tiatek. Ateneno Dahomoro. Me chuaro dodo kunyaj ento dahocha katia rem katia ngo piti ngole yoko mieri chuare do horkere kulu awori dahata I think rem dang ocha herko eto pedung tigi nara do gino romati mo mante chona loja miero ting dahingure do horkere pi kunyaj tiarem man en chana me wan jo me Uganda tioneno example lero belo da hocha no yacha tara dong ten kono ame pedo neno so man anatia calling upon the people of Uganda etutwaleri ilao ni karido romo kodo Olohunu tela okomunika yini beri chamo kadeka toti impengio kitangato kene ngeo lelo kede eto kainda iworo ichamo meganeba inongoni the other food is better than the one you have been eating don ko onenu no doktela nyen ame nandala mafabi itia bini wakede kuntia koboni yogo chato will kere biachara kwenu rumo wa eka lonyo tebedi chawa kai neno mumo chantie jama pol timere promises ame president omimio mekelo cholo dok wailao ngo dushu onero ni to chobere ento wando nerni jamini dushu romo chobere kadok che tela do holohere pien nena nyen binu kede tela nyen dong anatia kwa yedang mon na metia hokano all the women around Lao sub-region kede mon no kene ametite ni wan mon ena yoro asho pashu chogire yate woda kai chamoro eto mon ena mi pashu bera chil dong en mon ena yeda kela loha ko nenu unu iwanga tut kede piu utino wa wot kukwene ichani kwam ponyere tuba latek pijama metia wot jamo ponye kede jamo kene utina wot kukwene do kami tununia nyima ber bet pi families wa pi utino wa bolo unu queer umi unu Nathan Nandala Mafabi we kala loha e Uganda opoyo
Indo nyang many manifesto mera ko mo hoda dutamyo
amoko tamoko
right for we hajol achu bi Uyam County man adung Newton te chu bilwak me Uyam bitung kumalo Newton apo ida mida ke hamara chel e tong bino na me tie ke kano bilwak me Uyam
for you matek moderator challenge ko doan mo yan ni Newton radio kelo abela pile gombo la ngai Uyam malo ana kwa hiyo langi du chapel kwa hiyo langi no ni kardo rango ni wan ni nenno nena nyen ana wana kwa hiyo langi ni gen wano tie ni mwani atinwa on what the ballot paper. For a year, then the name you are the local when I play. The one I call you learn your mate, Maro, Aloha, no damn, Honorable Jimmy James Michael, Akena, or Makello. The only comma, Michael Cover training. Count no Jimmy on ballot paper. I don't know what the Jimmy Queen.
No, I could party.
No, and I hear with the Jimmy Queen. I take make a Aloha. Enter don't go doing ballot paper. And I call you Wune. Umegewara achoke wakan Nathan Nadarama Fadi Yai tutung Donyache Bugisu kaini Jopola Jongioni Mbale Yes, Rongo ya part of Mbale John, the whole district. The one I could be willing Nathan Nadarama Fadi Marla Mara Teha, a woman of a lao and the whole now. Nathan Nadarama Fadi Doctor would good Doha dungi lao kan ini lebih area no. Jangan main di Lira City. Dar kwa luar Lira City Dutch bini wini uno message main dina kopi uyang. Bini uno kome. Mewa nge uno president u memot me repe babijel to repe de kachia. Ara tipe ni kom Nathan ngara mafala tera pien en kene ya kinaji ate chungi Dutch menye kopi kom tera Nathan ngara mafali imali malo kwa introducing him. Nathan Nara Mafabu Bedo, a member of the parliament, Mohammed Diawad Bishop, Yakiyaria Chair. Nathan Nara Mafabi, Ubeda the trained teacher. James Nathan Nara Mafabi, he compare more point at Yabaye, nay, and can I hear Chara point, Ramachopo. Think a manifesto will be window. James Nathan Nara Mafabi, Ubedo, Apilida. Kwa chik pila me court. Nathan Nagara Mafadi ubero auditor kwa sip kwa ACCA tetekoko bera mitam dul ubero mitam World Bank adong meti lawi la valoro eno bera mitam kuno nakachawa. Nathan Nagara Mafadi miyotam International Monetary Fund Nakachawani. Miyo tambut government meji India, miyo tambut government me Kenya, tangira tia don ketama na daga tikiri uye. Teko preni kaya wano gene uno Uganda ramuda ba India, ramuda ba Kenya, tela Uganda tiye neko. May I give another mafabu to the point of the chairperson of Public Accounts Committee, the leader of my opposition in Parliament, James Utiuti Japoni. Karatia makukuo karabel chairperson Pablo trillion na cheli tonera bio dana me tiuti chachal kiti
adong Newton tawe ko ni bana me chat with
wata mako kada chela ken te duogulo
jurango
Nathan Nagara Mafabi Chane but the Secretary General of Wame Party FDC and Public Party President for the power. Tamani ye ya yonge atako bijomo yamlogi normando bunatelo luak melao.
Okay.
Apoyo.
Ayonge we check adwogo inchen adwong Newton. Boy.
You follow from when Tunaboro Radio.
Yeah, no, you're finished. I wanted to know, but the first time is running.
He said it is going to add some.
Oh, he said it's going to
When you are not yet come, it was already night. So we started drink by some 25 minutes.
Mixed fruit wine.
It's okay. Hey, Albert, take your time. Now that depends on the negotiation. If you wanted the talk show without the advert, you would pay a different amount. And then we can pause all these adverts. You pay for all those adverts.
Dancing with your photos like that. He's saying we should just pay for it to get the ladies to that information. We should pay for it.
For MBS team.
MBS, Jackson,
Where is he?
NBS right now, on his status, actually he's an NBS journalist.
And we are actually with him
So
today.
on his status is put a lady dancing with Khalid Nandala's photos like this.
From a patch, the lady was in there, yeah. We were with him.
But there was also the other one who danced.
Uganda, the time has come. We have a choice to make. A choice for real change. A choice for hope. A choice for a better economy, a better future, and money in our pockets. Nathan Nandala Mafabi James is a tested leader, a man of integrity, an economist who understands what they need. Jobs, affordable living, and opportunity for every Ugandan, not just a few. The FDC is not promising miracles. It is a plan to fix the economy and put money in your pockets. Ugandans from all walks of life, the youth, women, workers, farmers, stand up, let your voice be heard. It's time to take back our economy and our country. Nathan Nandala Mafabi James for President 2026. Vote for the E, vote for FDC. Fixing the economy, money in our pockets.
Waya take wichenda ke hado boro metu ni chawa angwen meotieni ni natinini yikmane ne hatero na chawa beach ke nuchu radio. Now where had wichen Newton apoya.
Apoyo matek. Apoyo dugi anchen. Luak me lao lokana kobono kobikom candidate James Nathan Nandala Mafabi. Mana ndete dugo bodi luaka mo yami malo. Luaka mo yami malo anatekwa yo. Kar meke la horamo ko yi kwa wuno me ko don ni na me gamende ni aya kerechin jona me do yelo wapi mo kapolo ga pira ngwendi chwa ga wuno wan jwa yot we ko woro obet kun na kakawo ana te ko bilwak mo yame ana cha ko be ya woro tin pete wot piten ko pame pira tai president ka tiere ni in ko e belu kede digi wana tu no ko ile luak mo yam ana kubuka ko chiki el lonya motia company James Nathan Nandala Mafabi bera charwe lo ki pako charu moy coffee ichuk me wilo do ana te ko yuni mi a wono kuir ana kele u kori moy kele kori kokoa chuk dom tibor James Nathan Nandala Mafabi do be dingerani pe yele uno kele chuk wa ko kuriem chana ko pajo uteketu chente ichingo wana bino beo chakudu chawanin dogola i paris i wangti memi yu ngey manifesto wa
Apoya.
James Bell aworo maya keda yu yame malo yo notia rach yo beda ratata eto na ngeo ni lwa kame pa jogino ko bani yare piro wende kana chui by election gino ko ne abiru korri amegine gwa ko penyim korri ke gwa ataka piro ko ke teri poro tu bedu wo de kwanya pedong popa ber kare me pitta do ino tu no ko ati ready me ter do ni parliament ati ready me kelo don ki pasio kuno neno monto monne mo duga pasi nyomgi neno tino kich neno puonye chukul neno jotego neno monna me charo wili jo me awara jo no duj ati kele jo biro goro wondi city manifesto na iyore do apoyo won tio winyu no tin pepe ni na James Nathan Nandala Mafabi anabelo pili studio ni kuna ponyo kele ko bikom gero kuti tinini we kan weekend ko biwu ngoina bitiyu mekel la amedo kele la musebe bi mo ke pira ngwen apoyo matek
Oya tang Newton, what the heck will any parliament tell Pokemon get a cocoa? They had me in order for bad.
Come up penny no better penny in your color. And I'm in the company. Moya, I would parliament. Tin your more yummy mother making bit on your Nino, okay, will you call it village of Bunity parliament. That one win you Poco million mere jail, Poco head to cow down of Gamo, Pego get chain. The one Mutin again at the Kello. Give me at where I want to come to again.
Alright, thank you. So now we're ready to what YouTube channel. Radio wa, we return radio wa, Pierre about we are going to internet about a farmer. Nyakari talk and radio wa, it hele chalo da penyo ko you look kitchen. Ame kalu chame romo to do kwano ka kwana pi iname I told what a YouTube channel, kapeto kanyo, it take a smartphone, your computer. Where had Joel Chris in that actually Kobuginoro, Kunda da Yihere, or Yihere when you bought Honorable Nathan and Tala Mafabi, a poem Mate.
Yes, a poem.
My technicians are here, they have to work on that. Alright, Chris in Romo from where I am, in a check a poem.
And Ginarom take a check. Nyo pull up por ate hapeti kono ken ka yumi shena tino chira kopin kito mejo me Apache district kera Apache municipality welcoming kera duongwa ame luorpe maha kobo me luorpe maha me kobo ni ubera duong lobo 2026 to 2031 yes luorpe maha me kobo ni ene na ma bibera duong lobo wani so luag me Apache luag me municipal luag me kokoro ya yom and luorpe ma me kobani ideologies nyo agenda me na dala ma fabe tikere bera agenda me down lobo kai winyu mod kere kitangira na bikobo kere kwane yori ate gonyi we chel aditi we poti kwiri matek ya yome kome tigufu alis tetero wakaka noro veremo konywa riemo chano metia kinawa kenen programa wo kentia kobo Johnny Coperet Paul la Doctec YouTube pour na ichela menoino yo lamma ken eto ya yomo to hawa moho obuchu do nyoko eto ba de konyo to amerno konyo kore we hagika na ko Apache mira kobi Apache ber kitame jojo wa kede chimoni kutie eto Canada na mafabi ubinik lodge kuchera mede ya pe yomi welchemtia woti porro pien yo petia ber kujam petia ber ategwa pien keneno nam tiuguru akuche diere jotia ngwen na hichani kai ma hoka win keken tino chiang machole rimi memi neki eto Canada la mafabi bini lodge again ni jamino duchetum ena ko bajenda mere
kuchoro tie tamodo ngi mai kusha mere
ya pero ko ni kupe we hapoe na dilogo wa meti shawa ni ti komi mangio ni dimache ka ba kon cha herni do para biche do machiel awe kinada la mafabi lodge yora youth pen kitana da la mafabi tia ko bokere eno ko ne mito ken ka kuch kede teach ajena meti kare ken kuch kede teach pen ka kuchie titiye jamu du chitwere
mo ado ti uro ma pacha menata ndala mafabi bino medi kum kucha meti
apoyo penya moderator na machielo ber da hatala pa petia ber kenena naka I could say ni Roma ke data le lerechano do referrally jo undertaking you undermining Apache wako mira koba Apache wako kenena na kono werne status en woko werne wine staff quarters mo nurses petia ber majdampe kain turie tun kay do gate ken petia ber Mario mere yo petia ber en wor nene wa mo ko dai yo eto po ba to hamero konyo kore wor nene chukula sheli kuno oto ponyi na hichawa ni jotia buri odlum eto logo te uti do gamenti ko ni how to teach konyo ponya and all that a wor ma chame jo team strike otino ena tia de no pe eto bat ilo hatu bod yo cha tu kusecha otino tia kwana eta nyoni ka ba konyo aminada la mafago kado donyi la tap pekino do chetum ma de kere nyuma ngwenere baldie these money lenders metia yelegini ya Apache akusha kayini ngol pick and gani rap each family tianu 5 million each family everyone bini pasha Apache kanu jolwenyi ye dano cha ken gamo ken ka jas ko million achiel miero gamete mi wani nujo tiaga muken ka laka boro cheno ken corruption and all that mangyo ni ka ba ko nyama ndala mafago donyi la kipa abera bergire
o checking chawa de duogo chen jolo Nathan Nantala Mafabi. After a time check here, I will now welcome Honorable Nathan Nantala Mafabi to take us through his vision for the country. Let's get for a time check.
The time check on Radio. It's 10 p.m.
Babe, tirana moti maloi iku muro idonye chunyane ku iriro na yo iku ikora babe imba babe itira donya
Kundizi, mimi kuna katika bora tako meneno ni
sifty atika bora babe wine tako moko ya
babe wine
company limited to mayoda babe mixed fruit wine kwa bandit yo marwata kitoko komi wile rwata kiteba ni babe wine kwa kihangover dok nonge iboch pengileta minyate ukiyoki kumiksa machalo nanasi kimuchungwa kwa manonge ino budishu manonge East Africa yung babe wine dukan mo kyan machokwili kay miel wile madwong charati kaya general store kipung state kung kapit united kipung town hoping it was me bila goya mi goy chimina no la de kapu manavio achila pia bichili no la de babe wine is processed packed and distributed by Babe Wine Company Limited manonge banane go down in railway division in Lira.
No, you first stop, then uninterrupted.
We have a choice to make, a choice for real change, a choice for hope, a choice for a better economy, a better future, and money in our pockets. Nathan Nandala Mafari James is a tested leader, a man of integrity, an economist who understands what people need: jobs, affordable living, and opportunity for every Ugandan, not just a few. The FDC is not promising miracles. It is a plan to fix the economy and put money in your pockets. Ugandans from all walks of life, the youth, women, workers, farmers, stand up, let your voice be heard. It's time to take back our economy and our country. Nathan Nandala Mafabi James for President 2026. Vote for the key. Vote for FDC. Fixing the economy, money in our pockets.
This is the sound you breathe. The Planet Radio. The Planet.
Waya take do weekend iwe chego mecha to will young chawa mwen radio dake hadotia mwen chawa mwen motene ni natinini wagdoa jolo Honorable Nathan Nantala Mafabi. Welcome back from the break, our listener, and I'll now welcome back Honorable Nathan Nantala Mafabi, a member of Parliament who is known for his strong stance on accountability in Parliament. He also has a long record in Parliament. He has served for long in Parliament, and I know him as a financial expert anyway, and being a national leader and handling those issues of finances in Parliament. Honorable Nathan Nantala Mafabi is the former leader of opposition in Parliament and is currently the member of Parliament for Budatiri West and FDC presidential candidate. Honorable, welcome once again. You really greeted our listeners and the viewers. Honorable, before we get into specific issues here, can you start by giving us a general picture of what is in your vision for Uganda as you seek the presidency? Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. You said your name is what?
Stuart was my name.
Stuart?
Yes.
Stuart, now you're talking, Stuart means stewardship. Huh?
Yeah, true. You're a very good servant and a keeper of God's people.
Yeah, and a good president should be a good steward person. Now, number one, I also want to thank
Radio Wa 89.9 FM for giving us an opportunity to be here. And number two, again, as I talk, I have my colleagues here whom I'm very grateful. They have been supportive of the process as we began. And there's some of them from day one and members of the National Executive Committee up to now. I'm happy to meet the powerful woman from the Women's League. She's powerful, and I can tell people, Rango, you're powerful leaders here in the making. Now, before I can read the manifesto, we have a mission for FDC. And that's the one which drives us every day. And I'm going to read it verbatim. We have also a manifesto which we're going to give you a copy.
Okay.
But also it's on the soft copy. Our mission is, the mission of Forum for Democratic Change is to work for a socially, economically, and politically transformed Uganda, where citizens, men, women, youth and children live a life of dignity, and have access to equal opportunity and become masters of their own destiny. So this is our mission. And this mission is the one which makes us come in this election. Because if everything was okay, we will not be in this election. And that's why we are here. We come to ensure that the people of Uganda trust us with their vote, and that's why we vote as a team. And being the presidential candidate, then we have the MPs. Here I have Newton, I have Emmanuel, I have my councillor, Daniel, and my sister, who are contesting, and others. And our symbol is the key. In case you forget the name, the key. So, the mission tells us what we should be able to do and achieve. And that's why when you asked me, are you tired? I want to respond that until it is not, if it's not yet over, we're not yet tired.
Okay.
We're ready to go an extra mile because this country belongs to all of us. None of us applied to God to be born here. We all found ourselves here. And since we found ourselves here, we must enjoy our country. Not for a few who should enjoy it. You had Daniel try and tell you some of the things which are in the
manifesto. We have a detailed manifesto. We cannot give everything in here, but we have it on the website. We have hard copies. But if you read our manifesto, it is clearly showing us what are the challenges, which are real challenges, and what are the solutions. So we do the challenges and provided what? Solutions. And when we say we're tested, we are really tested because we're coming with experience in the economic sense. We're well grounded people in economics, well grounded people in statistics, and we have a very firm and well-known at international level in financial management. So we come with financial management background and accountability. And these are the things which now are needed in Uganda. Because President Museveni with the Bush was saying the country was under insecurity. So you needed a gun. For him, he started a gun. So the insecurity is not there now. The biggest insecurity now is poverty. And that's what we have to deal with as a country. I went to Busoga College Miriam after primary school. Of course, primary school, we are studying in village primary school and the government schools. Not very well bit. I think I came from partially muddy place where they use, I think, cow dung as the cement every minute. But the performance was good. And Busoga College Miriam were those first class schools. Here I think we had Boroboro Dr. Milton Obote, it's called Dr. Milton Obote, Boroboro. Dr. Boroboro, I think. We are talking about first-class schools. I went with people to school whom I want to mention who are coming from Langoria, and they were very proud boys. Very proud. That means they were coming from background of proud families. And their family, while they were very proud, they had money from cotton, they had cows, and these are boys whom we would see at school proud. And when we came to meet their parents in the villages, they were proud parents. Of course, if I can tell you, one of them is the member of parliament. This is Moses Ogwal, he's the member of parliament from, I think, Dokoro. Goli. Moses got us in A-level. We met us in A-level. We had a friend of ours, another one called Onen John, who was our guild president. Onen John were the first people who were involved in AD Information Center. He went outside the country, came back, but now I think we're back now in Lira here. We had my roommate, what they call Dr. Maxwell Onapa, my comrade. When I said doctor, he is a PhD holder, and he was the boss of, I think, science and that Institute of Science and Technology. So, those were proud people. I've just given a few, but I know many. The list is endless. But now, Rango has been turned into a begging society, and the proudness is no more. I feel so bad and unhappy to get a big man asking for 500 shillings, 1,000 shillings. That was never heard about in our Uganda. So this country, the current regime of President Museveni, has reduced our people to become beggars. And because they are now beggars, the president is so happy to deal with them. He plays with them. He brings this, they will run there. He brings this, they will run there. That's why you have seen there are so many programs which have come that were removing poverty. But none of the program, they do it once, the next time they bring another name, another one. That means if a program succeeds, you build on that, eh? The Tandikwa, they are the one removing people from poverty. But you have confirmed that when you have it, it has failed, you try another one. But you are aware that people of Uganda will not remember, so you jump with names, push them here, and all these things tend to come towards election time. And we're saying...
Do you think maybe it's just aimed at pulling people towards supporting the candidature of President Museveni or NRM? Is it just like that?
But what can you say? Because our people are disparate, they will tell them, now for you have not got, you'll get next time will never come. But all these programs I'm trying to say have never made our people live what? Poverty. Now I'll mention a few, if I can get all of them. We started with the Tandikwa. That was aimed at 1996 election. It went. We came to Wona Kulembeka. No, that one came later. Kulembeka was for 2021 election. Kulembeka was that you put your hands, the things will drop in. Then Bwanala Gagale was 2006. Then Prosperity for All was 2011. Then Myoga, I can't now remember very well, then Myoga I think was 2016. Then Operation was 2021. Then PDM is now 2026. 2031 they will bring, I think, death. So these are a program where every people have been rotating around them, and none of them has ever got what? Out of poverty. That's clear.
And someone might ask, Honorable, how have you been doing checks and balances on these programs from Parliament? Some people might think we can now jointly blame you, the members who have been in Parliament, and the government in general, how will you defend this?
Me, I will defend it. We have asked for value for money audit for this program, and we have asked what are successful stories. There's none. Today, the president spoke, today or yesterday, President Museveni spoke and said, this man got a cow, he gets 8 liters per day, he makes 10 million per month. I don't think there's madness. So I want the people of Rango to listen now, or wherever anyway, because this radio is going far. 8 times 30 days, those are 240 liters. So if you get 10 million, divided by 240, that means each liter is 41,667. I don't know what type of liter of milk is this one. And the people clapped. I said, is this country, where are we going?
And some of these things is just coming because you are here also campaigning, but why didn't you make Ugandans to know this earlier? Why did you are an economist, by the way.
Yes, but I want
you have done this, maybe someone might ask, you would have done this earlier so that we have the clear picture of what they're talking about. The government is telling us.
But you mentioned here a few minutes ago that it's very hard in Parliament in these issues. What did you mean? I think you don't eat, you're eating your own words. So, if you're saying that I'm very right, what do I speak? I speak hard things. I said this cannot work, this is a failure, the report here is clear, this is a wastage. And I told you when I was Chairman Park, you recall when we dealt with criminals and even the Vice President was taken to prison. That clearly shows what we do. And that's why I'm saying that if you make me a president, I'll make it better. Because there's a report which is clear that every year we are losing 10 trillion shillings, over 10 trillion in corruption and wastage. And this is the taxpayers' money. It's a report of YGG, this Water General report. What has President Museveni done? He should have implemented this report, but he hasn't. Now, when I said if you give me your vote, I am going to fight corruption without fear and favor, and this will be the end. I heard him saying he's also going to fight corruption. For 40 years, where has he been? When I said we are going to fix roads because he has failed, let me tell you about roads. The roads in Uganda are made from materials, 95% from Uganda. The stones, the sand, the water, the cement, with the laborers, the 5 billion items are local, 95%. Why should the road be high? That's why 1 kilometer they make, they still 19 kilometers. Now, because of Uganda is not demanding accountability, it is like you have sent somebody to buy, that go and buy me meat, 10 kilos. He buys 10 kilos, he brings you 1 kilo. 10 kilos is meat. 1 kilo is what? Meat. Now, instead of saying, but you man, you have given me meat, which is less, it should be 10 kilos. Where are the 9 kilos? For you, because it's meat, you're busy eating and forgetting that they've taken what? 9 kilos. That's Uganda. And that's the reason why they have these programs which make us rotate around. And these are the things we come here to deal as a country. Because if a country is left to money lenders, you know money lender? I think it is in Uganda where we have the word money lender. I don't see anywhere, because we know in all the countries there are commercial banks which give people money. And there are also banks which help the peasants, the poor farmers. So not really the poor, they're not poor, to access capital to do farming, like cooperative banks, like agricultural banks. But in Uganda, when President Museveni came, he knew these were the ones there. He removed the cooperative bank. He removed the district farmer institutes. And the district farmer institutes were basically for agriculture. For you people who are aware, the tractors were there, the mechanization. If you wanted the artificial insemination, you would go there. If you wanted that, that was the place, but that was removed. And when it was removed, they were said, but what did you put in place? In short, they should have built on top. Either you add on or you maintain, because they were put in for a purpose. Go to any country, You will never miss a district. Okay, they are called farm institutes. Others call them sub-county farm institutes, county. Distribute Kenya here. They are there every day. But here in Uganda, we have nothing. So I've left our farmers at the masses of the money lenders. That's why money lenders come in. And you can tell here, money lender, they are in every trading center in this country. But maybe, I'm not so sure of the West. But here in the East and North, even in West Nile here, even the money lenders are everywhere. And these money lenders are not from, like in Rwanda, they are not Chinese. They are from somewhere. Now, when they come here, you ask yourself, is it when only we should have money to come and lend? Why wouldn't there be some Chinese also to lend what? Money. So where do they get this money? Now, we are even suspicious the 10 trillion that we lose is the one they channel here to come in the form of what? Money lending, so that they clean the money. And the people, because of poverty, they are disparate, they don't question, they jump, they have even given their identity cards. Eh? Now, when you ask Uganda now where identity cards, I think 80% don't have even ID. They will say they are lost, but they are what? Money lenders, even teachers, even health workers. So the situation is bad. That's why we're saying we must resolve this problem, and that's why I wanted to begin from, then put down the manifesto, what we are looking at.
Thank you so much.
Now, the manifesto we have is in 5 pillars. The first pillar is creating employment.
Honorable, I think can we give Chris time to localize the conversation we had, and then we come back and get into the manifesto. This will be good for our audience who can only clearly pick local language. So maybe I give Chris some time, and then I get back to you, Honorable Nathan Ntalamafabi, and we start from where we stopped.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. Please, in the local Lapacho.
Come, I do. I did president in a chahi come mission belo kitame agenda wa nyongo awano tiutamu ni mir kimere kitamiro bet kireno koni takeda ni tap mission watini FDC tiemi notolwa bishu karachel domo kobe kompur kere loko Uganda wani belo kanme wan mir beli ya ber kitamiro dano bet kere tachinkan ela do kobani wan report ma playing bodo bani oba mir chue wa kitachinkan so jama wano mito duchi tachinkan miro nuong bien jama mati American dushu wana nuwa tachinkan ba me wanono eka eno kobani ende work straight ikobi kum challenges new pick kame ene no munyo wana as one as FDCs nya cheli nya riye ame wana nuwa yiwa mo wana ye peme tuku eno kobani muzee maro binu borde penya ka chilling nia picha ken eyewitness ame ono pober gino mano mir muzee cha pen pien jami dushu dana meti gufo by that time en ka chwale lo cha herma per bisel non wora nyim e cha ko chulo manen ngira ko bokita me mer bet ker man ko be chen kusha e ko boni chan ya teteni chanen kom chan ende ko boni government program du cha metia binu ni ngomio gamente koro kai da kuir kitien a te cha ko boni ha gina roman loko dong ing PDM do ke gina roman emia ga geobino itande kwa geobino use livelihood geobini web geobino eta loka pe kom langi wani pingu mi northern dano petia gero at peri chenda entia ga mechinga menteni eno penyo do kinyo tila moro mo gero grofa ke chende me tande kwa nyo PDM nyo use lively eto ka ende me ya pori ko kom chaka me onu Museveni on ko bini a list temoti chora me ni lita chella ken dano ka chato there is some good change more but like end time calculating and only lita chel yote will tune up here when a bit kuni man chura joda te wan langira to ba pachingwa ye no people la wiche no eno kene mario ma dekere bero ko kom boda ame chani jotude kere woki en koni taki woni de keto chwa hikome me langi du te keto chwa hikome at least be reducing ko kom boda loans ame tieni nuone dano cholo pia chele to noni miro piha chelere ni pero wi lo piha ngwen ni kato kinuro manen ngira bilo he challenge so kenente kobo obedo kobi ko money lenders jona poho chente me nini ni ametiu de pachi ya patch Lira, come northern aloro. Money lenders in Gamona slide you come a program government moro bino. Pay no actually. Johnny Petian to you chente. Johnny Tia to you chente profit again to you come one langi. Tianwacha would get a coloca chaher come la hanam fericano. Dwako do karomba tungcha. So in Oconia Bilwen ye attack men and money lenders, you know. Peo mede were in Pientia Palonua Cotiater Coturegi Kuno. Kauno bera me lao and no tiatimo. Money lending. Alice no bear penotia kelo down low passion. Magi kimerende koboni 10 trillion. Jotia kwa loke kobikom corruption. Emi ya por. Chente me yo. Me winye ni ya budget tia kwani. Me puonyero kero 5 trillion. Me ngo kero 10 trillion. Eto chene ni tia wot kwene. Wari chukule, wari dahatal dion. Poor state. Quarter sa dahatal mo menaces petie. Quarter sa puonye petia bear. So 10 trillion ni tia wot kwene. Emi ya pori yo ni yo. Kautia kone utia puru. Kilomita nyomairo piera riono. Inuoni puru ka chila per. Mebolo wawa. Kere umu wangwa. Eka para bongo nini. Uworo kwene. Inuoni joantia gero kere winye ni tu Kenya. Winye ni tu Kampala City kuje. Po kelo Lira kan pingo no. En kita ene bero kera countani. Ekwet di dir mordushu. Peme to gini wanglo chere. Eno kono teme ko maha bicha ken. Wewe nen kita me ene titkede. Iya yom. Na dalam alfabeti kita ideologi saber macho kwacha bot wan lango lor piana tin wano geno kita ukempi ko bokercha pe ballot paper alis we long ne wa do kum na dalam alfabeti pien en oya itum bale tungcha ka do ho we wa chen ka rik dr alpolo milton bote to mer but kan mo pore ke ba konye na machella me yai kampala wor burum bale da wor buru tunga na dalam alfabeti ko kome menyur nien ber part of one langi chunya ber UPC ya ikunu one dush ber tin UPC ya yomi oban konjwa nadal mafabi awor bero party president
apoye mateka Chris gino kenanda no penye kita magino tiyu kele parliament ko homere amenti akok ni government tia me abolo lwak ai kop me nyai lo ni ching nyale me lo Uganda anda pe ni ngoge ngi mi jo ngi parliament pe gino timo gino lo ni oversight neno gini diero total agina government tia ko boni tia kelo pe nyale me lo Uganda tia teteni ende ko boni ana ko bodang ni ene lo nya track to tole lo ka track e parliament ko me chama chana dong lo ko an pe amoin loka du chero to chake kanu
gino la ko ni
yes, Chris. Adwo Wichen, what Honorable Nathan and Dana Mafabi, in your taking another HTML.
Yes. Lao kogoning attorney kala hototi. Ni longi daddy nyaba. Kadi in item kweta de mo dushu. Alis kai ya mitutimu ginoro potimo.
Thank you so much, Chris, for that translation into the local language. And I think we are all at the same page. You do chamete when you radio, Tidoni and Aberal, Tamoni, won't do chamete when you radio, a mate when you lao can kill it to Pingo Caname Willobo. Nutin and a YouTube channel, put it on my door and white and choya penny, put it to medal your tamam, a man in it, card dog chain boat, Honorable Nathan and Teller. Mafabi. Honorable Nathan, as we get now into your manifesto, I want us to start from this point of fighting corruption. Corruption has really been a vice in the country for long. Everyone has been talking about it. Whoever comes into politics will want to first talk something, get into something about corruption, and look into the eyes of the voters or the population of the country as if he or she is the only person to be best on in fighting this vice. But now you have been in parliament, as you said, and I say yes. You said I should not eat my words. I said you have been talking so hard about corruption from parliament. Yes, we have it in the Hansard. We have it in documentaries from parliament. But now, if you talk about corruption, but now the same you again still confirming corruption still exists. How will you strengthen parliament to fight this vice? We have bodies like IGG, Auditor General, and they all report to Parliament. How will you strengthen this institution? That looks like it has failed together with the government in fighting corruption.
You have answered yourself.
It looks like you have all failed. Parliament, government.
It's government. You say report. Who is it? Who implements? The one who implements is the the executive, the government. Are you getting me? And the head of government is the president. So if a report has come that X, Y, and Z has gone wrong, it is you to take corrective action. Let me give a simple one. Have you seen these roads they make? They are supposed to take a minimum of 20 years. But after 1 year, a road is what? Spoiled. Nobody has come and said, you man, you are supposed to have made a road of 20 years. How can a road get spoiled in 1 year or 2 years? Nobody. If the president was serious, the one who made the road would be held liable. And how do you hold it? Because you hold yourself, the minister you appoint, up to the PS, up to down the people who did it. Recently, there was an accident on the road here, on Guru Highway. People died. And that's the whole corruption you can see. If the government was functioning, by now those highways would be having 4 lanes going this way, 4 lanes going this way.
The president ran and said, I'm giving every family 5 million. We are not looking for 5 million. We are looking for infrastructure to make lives safer, because the transport, the vehicle, the number of people have increased, the demand for the road has increased, the number of vehicles on the road have increased. These are the things you should deal with. So that is also corruption. Now, corruption, somebody might think that stealing what doesn't belong to him. The reason why corruption must be fought without fear or favor is because it is a cost to everybody. Now, because they might need to steal 10 trillion, they must factor in the stealing 10 million in taxes. Of course, it is the budget they steal. So the budget they make must have 10 trillion for stealing. And the budget is funded by what? Taxes. That's why the demand for taxes is high, and that's why they put pressure to you people of Uganda to pay taxes. My mother sells oranges, another one sells tomatoes, another one maize or cassava. They don't buy soap. They don't buy sugar. They don't buy, they might want to jump on a border to be taken where? Home. That is where the problem comes, that nobody is demanding. Every kilo of salt you are buying, there's 480 shillings. Every kilo of sugar you are buying, there's 2,300, as those are taxes. Every bowl of soap, that big, the bar, of course the tiny one, but the real meaning is standard one. 2,400 is tax. That one little fuel they put in that border, because the border will only go when it has what? Fuel. So they will put in to carry you. You will pay every liter has 1,500. So the pressure on people to pay taxes is too high, because if there was no stealing, maybe there will be only 200 shillings on a bar of soap. So if 200, you will save from 2,400, you will save 2,200 shillings. Now, this 2,200 you have saved would buy another commodity. If your sugar was only 200 on tax, you have 2,100. So now you have, you see, the less the tax, the more the money available for somebody to buy goods to be better off.
Yes, Honorable.
Just a minute, listen, so that you get corruption. So now when you buy goods, the demand of goods go high. As the demand of goods go high, the demand for those goods to be produced. And as the demand for those goods that goes high, there will be demand for raw materials for those goods. As the demand for raw materials go on, the farmers are working, maybe if it is sorghum for beer, because the people have been taking 1 beer, now it's taking 10 beers, the demand for sorghum will go high. But then the demand for people to be, the jobs will be created and the people will be employed. As the people get employed, more capital, you are extending the tax base, there will be more people to be taxed.
Is that what your government looks like?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that corruption is a cost, and it retards development, it kills jobs, it makes welfare of people poor, because that's why if you have seen the report we made about in 2000 and I think, can't remember, but I can jump on the head, in 2019 or 20, we clearly stated that the poverty in many of countries like Uganda is basically caused because of what? Corruption. Now that's number one. Now the executive should be the one to implement that and ensure there is no corruption. That's why we said for me, Nana, if I was a president, as now if you're going to vote me, I will implement, there will be zero tolerance to corruption, and I can assure you I will implement everything without fear or favor. And anybody who would do work, now let us take an example of a road, and we have said it's for 20 years. Then we get a pothole before 20 years. Either you're in Lira or we get when you have fixed it. Now the corruption is that the roads they are making, even they steal it. Instead of making 6 inches, they make it 2 inches or 1.5. The other inches they eat because they know nobody is there to demand value for money. So now when they want an inch, see, oh, the Tamaka road here, we are happy. They forget that they have not known that they have given them 1.5 inches. Soon they will be potholes. This is when the potholes, their cars will be destroyed, or where the transport will even become very expensive because of the poor road as a result of damages. Now, so why am I putting across it? Give me authority, this 10 trillion will be stopped. Now, why didn't I stop it to deal with it? I end up making a report, a recommendation, and the decision to implement the decision is the executive. Okay. And the executive is the president. Have I done my part? I have done. I have advised, and I'm happy that my brother Newton was explaining. I have advised many governments, those who have taken my advice, they have improved, they have moved from low-income countries to high-income countries. And the welfare of their people has improved. Of course, Tanzania recently got a problem, but we did it. I did India. India is now up there. We have done Ghana, we have done Kenya, we have done so many. I've been involved in restructuring, even central banks. One of the central bankers was involved in the Central Bank of England. I bring that as an example. And Kuwait, because those are the first ones. Of course, you remember, they wanted me to be a governor of Bank of Uganda over here. I told them I can't be a governor of Bank of Uganda. I need to be a governor of the whole country. So
I was about to ask what
I needed to be a governor of the... I want to be a governor of the whole country to resolve all these problems we're talking about. So that's a pillar under governance, and that's our number pillar, governance and the leadership. And that's where we're also talking about is restating term limits, restating age limit, removing injustice, because injustice is too much. There are 3 things which are destroying our country: greed, injustice, and poverty. And this injustice is where judges are making political judgments, and sometimes they delay justice delayed justice denied. There are so many political prisoners. That's not necessarily for a country which should grow. We should give everybody to express himself or herself of whatever he does. Now, the fear comes in because you are doing wrong things. But if you are doing right things, the fear will not be there. So that's where we are saying corruption creates problem and it brings no jobs. And that's why we come with our pillars. Those pillars we have are too interrelated that each pillar fits in the other. Maybe for purposes so that my brother interprets them once. The first pillar is about employment, creating jobs. That is about in agriculture, bringing back cooperatives, bringing back cooperative bank and agriculture bank. Here this area is well known for cassava. We used to have a factory for starch here. Is it there? No. And 1 kilo of starch. 1 kilo of starch is 1.4 million. It's $360 now. And the starch is used in medicine, in this growth that we're putting on. You had your Lira spinning mill, I don't know where it is. It had even a dedicated line from power, from the Unfold Dam up to here. Dr. Milton Obote was not stupid, he did it knowing there was cotton here. And our cotton, yes, that's what I'm saying to you. Our cotton is the best world over. But because of greed, people have signed contracts not to have us produce cotton. And somebody was saying how cotton has no market. Even West Ajumania, there are too many growers of cotton. Do you know them? Moses Ali and the people of Land Cooperative Union comes back. The spinning mill functions, which was feeding African textile mill in Bali. Nightil textile, just Nightil, of course, in Ginger. We had bed sheets and shirts. Me, I put on Yamato. I don't know some of you if you have ever heard about Yamato. When we were going around Ugoro, it's now called, I think, is it called Spin or something now, I'm told. So, those are things we need back so that we can have our people back to have agriculture. Now, let me add on this so that my brother does. Then the livestock. This area is known for cattle, livestock. You lost it. People have to be compensated. It's not a joke where you say you're going to bring 5 cows. If you're talking of 5 cows, how many families? Let us take an example. There is 1 million families in Lango. If 5 cows times 1 million, you get 5 million cows. 5 million cows in Teso, 5 in Lango, 5 in Acholi, 5 in West Nile. I think 500,000. Part of Bugis and the Sabay also, the Dodler and the Sabay was also affected. Maybe 500,000. So that means maybe another 2 million cows. So where are you going to get 27 million cows before 15th of January? Those are just lies. But if a country was serious, there was even a controlling, why doesn't President bring money and pay the people? To give them promissory notes, do what? So these are, because if I give you a treasury bill, it will have a lot an interest on it. And there are people who lost more than 5 cars. And they even lost people. You're aware of property. Government is supposed to protect its people under the Constitution. I think Article 26. You must protect the citizens with their property. In the case of loss, you make good. So where you have lost people, you have lost property, they must pay. So that was the responsibility of government. And me, I feel bad. Of course, Akena, my brother, lost his grandfather and the grandmother. They were killed, and that's the time they took their cows. I think in 1988, just around that time. 87, somewhere there. So, you know, I'm a congressman. That's why I'm bringing all those things. And I'll also mention about them later. Now, we worked here. We have a lot of farms. Yeah? They are very good for fish. If you very good for fish, very good for rice. I can tell you, you have a big resource here. But now, when they took your cows, you're now creating the land became open. So now, what they do in some areas, the Barolo have brought out their cows, because if your cows were there, they will not bring them. If your cotton was there, they will not bring it. Now, because the cotton is not there, the cows are not there. Now the land is there, they come and take it. So that means taking advantage of people. That is not good. That's not what we like about the country. You are chasing out people from the lake. The lake is a natural resource for those people. The Beachman Management Committee, I recall when I was chairman of economy in 2001, 2006, we approved the money for setting up Beachman Committee, fishing landing sites, and Beachman Beach Management Committees, which are managed by local, not UPDF. UPDF is supposed to keep our borders, it's supposed to keep security. Now, they are now, instead of keeping borders, they are keeping fish. And they are chasing people. That's not fair. I think people should fish, and when they fish, they eat some fish, some they sell. If you are saying they are using bad nets, give them right what? Nets. And that's the responsibility of government. The agro-processing comes back, so Lango will be back compensated. Lango will have back their product of cotton and cassava, and they will make money. As they make money, of course, the economy will grow, and as the economy grows, we have to invest also in fish farming in these swamp areas, even where the dry area is, but where water is near, we can do it. So what I'm trying to say is that Lango has capacity to come back to its proud position as early on, but on condition that they accept to change the system, because this system cannot allow. It is determined to make them poor until they die. We are not in this election that we are hating somebody, hatred and whatever. Once President Solomon, you have done what you have done. For 40 years, it's enough. But what you have not done, you cannot do it in what? 5 years. 5 years now, I need somebody who will come to fix the economy and, of course, and put money in our pockets. That's why we're in this race.
Right, we're waiting for a break, and then please will have that translated. Maybe as we get for a break, Honorable Nathan Nantala Mafabe, with all these in your vision that you have lined them up for our listener this evening, do you now count yourself as the best candidate among the 8?
Yes, and I'm the best because of all those who have an idea to what to do. Which, first of all, I know how painful poverty is. I come with the knowledge in economics. I come with the knowledge in accountability, in financial management. I am a teacher.
One or two strengths you have over the other 7 candidates.
No, I have not one. I have too many strengths all over them. First of all, I come with experience. I've been there. When I talk about cooperatives, I'm a chairman of this cooperative union. It had also been taken. They have fought it for information. People or other people are listening to me. In 1987, in Ibudadili Trading Center, President Museveni came and told them that this cut coffee. Cut coffee. And even I think told the Baganda, for us, they told us to plant avocado, chili, kamari, this red pepper, and silkworm. Some people eat. But meanwhile, they were cutting, they were growing coffee in Western North. They were trying to grow coffee in Western North. Uganda. Unfortunately, God never listened to that. That's what happened. Now, many people cut, and some lost out. But the good thing for us, those who cut, coffee, it grows as a tree. It grows. It's fruit. Now, there are those who are fruited even. Now, we used to have 50 million kilograms of coffee. Of course, that's why we dropped to 20. Now we're about 25, 30. So that's why I want to give you that for us. That time there were no FM like this one. We would have gone to them. But we walked as young men out in the university. I said, why? You can plant cameli and those coffee trees. You can plant avocado. And so now a basin of avocado in our place in Mbale is less than 1,000 shillings. Now, while the coffee is now 18,000 a kilo. Okay. So, just when you asked that question, let me answer that. So, I can, but if I'm talking about cooperatives, one cooperative union will work. The generals will come back because we have brought ours back. If you are talking more about how to fix money to make the production, the area to become productive, I have told you we are going to invest money in the productive sectors. So, we're going to put 10% of our budget in agriculture. Now that is already going to spur, and we are going to put silos, and we come with experience in that area that agriculture, Uganda is an agricultural country. We shall have, remember, we have cash crops and food crops. Now in Lira currently there is no cash crop. So that's why poverty is there. You need a cash crop, and the cash crop is cotton. And the other one we're adding on is cassava, because it's going to produce what? Starch. And that means that's when I bring experience on table. We have advised many governments. The third one, how to fight corruption, I was Chairman Park. I did it. I'm told everybody that when I was going there, when they know that I've chaired a meeting, they would run home to go and watch TV to see what I've done. The Vice President was taken to prison. Do I have a capacity to do it? Yes, I have. The other candidates don't have. Even President Museveni has been there for 40 years, can't do it. Do I know about the village problem? I come from a village. By the way, I told you I studied from a village school. I feel bad our children who study and stop in the villages. And this is basically simply because of I am here that we're going to celebrate 28 years of what? UPE. 28 years. Every 10 children who go to primary 1, 8 don't reach P7. That means they drop out. And the reason why they drop out, one, hang at school. 2, no teaching. We're saying we are going to invest money in education. Our teachers will not be separate, knowing that this is arts or science. No. An English teacher teaches a math teacher or a chemistry teacher to teach chemistry or math in English. Therefore, an English teacher is very important at the same time like a math teacher. So our teacher is what? A teacher. Our teachers will be paid very well, equal salaries, have houses to stay in. Our children go to school, their children will go to school from primary up to university free. Meanwhile, our children who are in these schools will eat food at school. Now, this food they are going to eat is going to be provided by our mothers who have these market vendors, our boys who are on the streets like now, the border, you are aware, the borders have been cheated for long, and that is a big employment sector. Big. It has over 2 million Ugandans. And if it was the government of Uganda had sense, those are the people they would have invested in. The border to reach in Uganda, it reaches for only 2 million not. But because of high tax, the profits, the interest, the greed, it goes for 6 million. Just 1 minute, let me conclude on this. Our children, when they buy it, they will add in more money for money lender. By the time they finish, the money they have paid for that motorcycle until their trousers are torn in loans can buy for what? Motorcycles. Our plan is that the motorcycle people will be given motorcycles for 2 million and they will pay it over a period of 5 years. So that's 400,000 per year. And in that sector, that means the border market will grow now. The people will some live, get taxis, get tractor, trailers, tippers. Now, when the construction is coming in, they will be the one supplying materials. And that one will be possible because we are saying even in every village, again, it's PDM. PDM is saying 100 million at a parish. We're saying 100 million shillings per village. If there are 10 villages in one parish, 10 times 100, that is 1 billion. What? Times 5 years, that's a 5 billion. Basically, it's a grant. It's not a loan. A grant to those people in that area to say what economic activity.
But is the PDM a good initiative?
It is a failure. That's what I'm saying. It's a failure. That's why I was saying it doesn't work.
But you're coming to promote by increasing the funds under the same project.
We are saying at the village level, you see, let me also give another example. That's why my moderator need to understand. This program is really to put people in pressure. Have you ever fallen sick? You go for treatment, they give you half a Panadol. And you have to treat the headache. Then you are supposed to take 2 Panadol. Then you will never get, in fact, the headache will become persistent. That's why poverty is persistent, that we're chronic. The poverty is chronic because they give us a quarter Panadol instead of giving us 2 Panadols. This country needs 2 Panadols. In fact, now we are going to get away from 2 Panadols. We need to give 4 because the disease has become chronic. And we do it.
Translate that or me picking components. I will read your card to Wichen, Chris Agonyo, Mohamedi Manifesto, Honorable Nathan and Tala Mafabi, Adabed of Manifesto, IFDC Party. Tuludugu na chime mabibori kaite kera penyogo amemi to penyo bino le tam keda radio chene minatin please hawaye kijek aka to duchen
radio shabu mi wani tuni yuro keda pupiro numere ira buru ya bonga tonera buru papa radio is back, bigger and better. Motere Americano Quella che tiene di tutto, il tocco è sempre il poi. Io ho detto da disponi da paro bice, me duma paro tel mo aman. Waya me to ye, mi te ko ma wintu ko ne di per det me duma paro tel, to yi dika tili du mi paate ke ni ko. En ko me mo aman ne pitu ko. Chapter yo, de wello yo, na ka te mo be ro mi te ko ko. Ikile mo ko. We man, de pe ka te ka wen. De yo ka la ko timbo correta, ila ro ba ngo. Na me timbo ta bira bi. Mo na bikiel, no ta bikiel, adera ba mo na.
Ongi kum
Poya take do chen we are check on radio where had akel Chris apoy.
Apoya. Ka chaki ka kana me adong president ko batagi kiya me wini wan duchi room kana obango nyeri e waki. Eno mi apor ikobe kom ka witi habari. Eka to mi ya kwata panel la kwata ber nusho me ko keti panadol ti round nyo ko keti cycle. Awte poko yang me no to mi nushu. Ni mwenye to witi habari. Kono to mi yin kono bero dingo kedi winyi dingo habari chukwe. Eno penya mano do chiti bord jo me pacho kuno Mario mere ko anada chaki chien ate war na kwene na chahiye okoni neno mere eno ko bukte ko manifesto mere ngo ame kajo lo amela sabregiono che rogeni come metia pa Lira kole kwa neo yam molatar ke kanu kene cha dusho yam tu hegisha ka ke rogeni come ene wotimo pe lo adusha meti Uganda ke northern subregion eno ko boni chahmi yapor ipoka metio lengere kenen tubora kun chantie pekitie mani lenda stia den jotia wono wa pe meto kutu nini mirira chende kapera chende tapo woro tio jameni woto charo konyo tio te gwakoko chao kenen no chine pura menu mani lenda instead of gedo kerichene wuni profit agina no ngani kello pachikan joni kero profitero wori wala mala menu pe berente ke chali doni lochi tap ene yeleta kere moro du mekelo richon ti gino no loni bank of cooperative banks ame wori kopo chende kuno nyo e wori rawo jame wu ko te gammo ko mora tiyo ko te kor ka wel beda ber e ka de chat jamu chere no chena dita book eno connect bilwenyi manumene ni cooperative societies oduogo du temi ya por spinning mill a yorno tiboro kane na me jonu yo puru pamma na ende ko ni northern kan cash crop wa yotie jaja koni do woro ko bota chwe petie chani wando ti wanye bodjo kenne temi ya pona bodgi kushi ya matumi cheli pier boru ya ngwena ma dum loba meti la si chani we would bollo gitu side bodgi kushi ni ha to ngono tien monyo ko duju piru ken ka avocado koni chawani avocado wela ena chila pera me wano ngeni bero ki welera me lodu sho ti ping chaheri chili ni abidwo ping eto bad ginu namini geri jo kenne cha temi puru mwany welere temi yapore ni chintu mia para boro kila chiel ko enen ko kita monu jo tepter gi kwenda raj kiri maneno mia pore re te koboni oponye tiede no pe ko pe metuko ena e bere pon so pe kama oponye tiede no to bere poha ame chula pon sciences tie bere peter rom gero pon me at pingu e ko pon me nursery section pon me primary anako bedgo logini ha medigi salary ergo ponyo keneti aga mchenta ber ponyo keneti aga mchenta di pingo ente ke donyi la chitap emi yu salary ponyo dusho bero iko gonyo ni abera roma me kopa po me chulo mana chulo kani ngo gudun dushu ponyo dushe no ponyo gi meno ken meta mi ya por body ni body bero ena dongti ametia konyo joy te ching kan dong lo ran dunga population me business du show ber body na metimo eno koni bodo kenetia metia nyono pika me du kondu bali yo tiu che metio da pokede kondu gi yo komgi ame peber kenen piha chelo me bora tia chulo romo willo piha ngwen yo bala bi eto ende ke donyi lo pien body tiu che tek konyo jo ekope security konyo jo ekope work konyo jo all sectors apola popati kope puri jammo ken na popo tekina donyi lo chitap bora chiel kai wur gamo pi ibi gamo pi wele milionario ameno chulo pi mwaka bich ko mwaka bich yen mwa ngwe chulo ken kala ngena ken ojodi kor president ni we huru pingo eno ken me tia waranyim okoboni isela chiel pen government tia pora ideologies ame enadel mafobik nyo FDC ame tia chata agenda merni regino bino kato keroko choni isela chiela mo merbe million mia chiel eto government tiata mo forging pen gin pengyo kita me chwilere woro kede o mio Paris aloro tia no million mia chiel me kai tiu chora no pe konyo dana ginoro cheni ni wili deg wili chabuni wili ngoy wili chem jame duju
wa checking chawa to do mene
The time check on Radio Wa. It's 11 p.m.
Tono gwandiri mani ingene puru kan jamo wana na do loko tima goro yo ka du ka pache kanu dana ba ngwe loko checha ko kudiko e wana okiri do penti mo ka rana nginu yela to twa ling anu tame bo project ko tiki no were to ko banya wora we ko re dutik shala ka green puts chake ko re nyage ko re moro ke kena kai wile to peta man mi re kwana ko kinu no wonya wengi da yot mod ko re nyanya ko re moro ke ken ko re ka be da ko re no ano kai pera man bero ka dura ri ke ken to nyua ke jene we ko re giri nyanya me da tungula kai wile to peta man no kinu ronyo watermelon da ko re do ko sunflower ba pana ke handsome o tina ke yendo abecha ta kai kiri pora man kere bele video do o tina ke fosta pa kwenye wango do mede mogati te fangi saida konya take ko pengi jom wane shala ka grow inputs kana yo timu yo fertilizer kai kiri pora man mo mina bu miu ko re ya wa ken na ka male wow bie wel na ka jami tuchi pora ba pom kiri ya watering can gambut sizes do it down me will say mede to you that do it je wa yo nyoi toilet to do nga chila bo yela nung shala ka grow inputs gere me blue para ti road lera kaning unyo go chim kurama ni kubere nota bira chella bicha beach nota bichella mwena bichel
Uganda, the time has come. We have a choice to make. A choice for real change. A choice for hope. A choice for a better economy, a better future, and money in our pockets. Nathan Nandala Mafabi James is a tested leader, a man of integrity, an economist who understands what people need. Jobs, affordable living, and opportunity for every Ugandan, not just a few. The FDC is not promising miracles. It is a plan to fix the economy and put money in your pockets. Ugandans from all walks of life, the youth, women, workers, farmers, stand up, let your voice be heard. It's time to take back our economy and our country. Nathan Nandala Mafabi James for President 2026. Vote for the key. Vote for FDC. Fixing the economy, money in our pockets.
This is the sound you breathe. The Planet Radio. The Planet. 89.8 FM. Radio.
Oya take you chen ni weo me chat with la radio binu donyo ka Chris otie hotel binu gambo da penye buri kere kwan no kwena me chim ena me tie borwa kan YouTube kere na me chwalo line wa me chim apoyo Chris
apoya wakono atia kobo kom chenta eno kobo ni sela chel nyo mier kobi sel nyo chela no mer nuom million mia chela pi sela chel eto bar mani no ni million mia chelo tia me yo Paris aluro chaka no ni sel ti e bala par ko million mia chelin pokere ni ngono eke kom chenda me no te dero nya chelo nya puri pacho kanu me no million acheli no do podo ko tonko tia mi gen kan laka bichel laka biro laka boro cheno keni ni no wor kwene gugino ti chagamenti ni ena me no tia tongo so ente ke wor la ti tap e jwa yo mani tenen ni dai makko jo amem ko bera ko chenda me mi te dero me ti kene me dong me mi yo ena bere ko maro yoti abon luora bon kisha maro gen eno ko ni cash crop bere korra me wanre puru me chente ma no bere pama bere kokko bere jammo kenne cha ero kenne cha no ruenyo ko pingon no ene mi te jammo no duj duoko ende ko ne gina do tia ballo ping bere ko be kom system yen kayini nen chora i gamente system mere petia ber ende penya ni itamani mo ke piera ngwen me gamente ni no bere kere loch twero timo ginoro ningo meloko ido donken kam mwaka bicha kenenti akona do hedo mwa bicha ken me we hede loko ke system me ne tie koboni twere mo ke piera ngwen po puru yodo tie ko bala yo me yaro kunje masini potum cha beya paju ta chol puru tum cha ken cha anaka cha wer do mo ka dina he chawa ne akwin tie wara nyimin weno ko be yo paj kano ken poti o po chulo jo pingon no ergo chen me gin tiu kelo anaka pingon no eno ko do ko be kom do o tema ti chora mere moro kanno ni Museveni pero ko boni do e cholo pacha chel do habisha beach ngo geo instead of do habisha beach me yo pacha chela ena ko bono million habisha beach we poti borre aburu we poti borre we hen wonen kere dianga ene welo nyongo ene timo pingo no mi petwer mi wa chiende ni e ko kome kayini ti chora do million beach okay do ha bicha bich kodok ti wel million achel pacha chela sumi dok million mia bich nyo dok million abich Museveni nungo do ni kwene kedi ngome chahe do hekara me kwirien ade kone mi jo chulo dok abedo ningo manongo eno kobo eno ame endi achwalo kwach boru unjo ametio hokuno ilang duch ni pien natinwa akena Jimmy pero tia chung ena ebeda tine Congress ama obeda tine UPC ni so endi achwalo kwach jo duch miro bole kwir dangene romo pwede tire maliet ame eramo karete timo gina ber abong apo bod jo dusho ena dok tekoboni gina do tia ballo Uganda wani do ngalo dusho tika jama deka ken amene wo lwenyi ya tek meneno ni country wani obero loba ber me bedo pien wan rik pocho balo ni obana chwe wa Uganda kani ko na machelo bedo greedy manu obedo awuor mo yes greedy bedo ngato awuor bedo wuoro nyo bedo awuor so kai bedo awuoro mir ni jeme duji chame yikeni wana tio neno duonga pok tio po hero ko kai nen mani lendas ni dut pe binu matin la amori dongi bedo lo and dongi bedo banyan college ende mi da hapore ko be communicare ko ma do kwacha mani chawani winyi ni balalo so duogo tikede dog mia di kwene romantia ma yilo wa pingono eno ko ni ere mona echani poria mo pingo mario mere ko ni injustice mano bere menu ngola tira pe wano tine no ngome timere ti winya tine na YouTube tine ni me NTV jamo ken UBC jamo ken cha jo ken ti amo ma na hati bunyo temo turuga mente to bura no potemo ngiro raro ka ginano kitite moturuga ngomi ko jame du bergen gay temte moturuga mete ani yongi mano pere ko tami ngola tira pingo so ente ke danyo la chitap ngola tira bere tie pene nure maho ibere president Uganda ngola tira bere all sectors te ko bero ko bi kom chan wano bere chan no do cho ngomi wan no dange kenan naka chieni poto do jolo ko wa PDM ndo ke miyaga lo ngo jame du petie te ko ne lo ni ko bi kom teach wan la oti mi to tij bala kwan jo kwan doi tij pe pingono eti wono gino tidi winyi ni atino rame mo hapara bi winyi obero secretary white no pala men kusha state house no officer tenda no bero gino roha chela ken pingono so mi lwenyi ko bi ko mapopo me choyo tich ijamo ken livestock edugo ko eka do Mexico ekoboni enemy to coach kede teach kede yera tira ka be do ke to be kete ene kom yele me fighting out corruption be repeti Uganda apoy matemoreta
good apoy mate please now radio gambo do chimi bori penya pen kwa hare kede ngoa me mituni ango
can I just make two comments first
but our honorable Nathan Andala Mafabi our time now is running
yes just
low,
tomorrow one just a quick one just one we need to for us some of us feel bad to see President Museveni doing posters, billboards, banners, t-shirts. This money should have brought it here to give people lango because this is taxpayers' money. If you had put it in for these women who are in markets, these borders, whatever, it would have been better. We have roads. We have said we are going to make roads. By now, in 40 years, all roads would have been tarmacked. Unfortunately, they are not. We come here, we say, we shall tarmac roads. That includes the rails. We come with a plan to deal with hospitals.
All our hospitals, I feel bad that some people go out of the country while the poor can't. And when somebody goes to the hospital, they say, we'll refer you, go for a scan out, go for buy a medicine. No, this is going to end. Our health center force are going to become referral hospitals. The referral hospital like Lira is going to become a national hospital. They will be equipped with medicine, with equipment. There's no way it is written that equipment which is in India cannot be brought here. It will be here. They will be having health workers who are well paid and who have their children studying for free from primary up to university, but also are staying in houses, so that when you go to hospital, you are treated. That applies even to our security organizations, the UPDF, the prisons, the police. These people are living bad lives. Their children cannot go to school and whatever. They have no homes. So we're going to give them also houses. They will have good salary, and the children will study free from primary up to university, so that they can guard us. Now we have the special interest groups, the youth. We have talked about the employment. We're going to create employment for the youth, the women, the widows, the orphans. They will be treated as a special class because they have lost their dear ones. They need to be looked after better, and there's a program for them. But also we have the veterans, veterans. We have the elderly. We have the ex-combatants. All those will be, like those people who are ex-combatants will be paid their money, but also the elderly who are 65 years plus will be given 60,000 shillings per month until they meet their creator. We come with a total package which we look at to help our country to move from a low-income earner within 2 to 3 years would have dealt with our debt heading to a first-class country.
Thank you so much, Honorable Nathan and Chala Mafabi, for that addition. Now, Chris, after maybe taking some callers and for the response, and you can translate at once plus that addition. Radio line mechi machi tuolo. Aga machimi buri inota de kabongwen hario haboro habongwen haboro haboro. I'll be translating these questions to Honorable so that Honorable will respond to them at once. And as we go towards summarizing the show, and maybe you put this one down, Honorable. I'll start with a question from me and I pick the callers. Now, my question here is, now you have enlightened elaborately about what is in your manifesto and your agenda for the country, your vision as well for the country. But we know FDC party, of which you are contesting under its flag, has been struggling with internal unity. Now, how can Ugandans trust you with the ability to unite the country when your own party has been struggling with this unity? And what also guarantees that the internal FDC conflicts will not undermine national governance if you're given power? And let me pick callers, then you can respond to that. Plus this one, hello? Bear. Abila James, Lang yes, James. Okay. Okay. James. Now, Honorable James is asking about the influx of middlemen within the community, whom for him he thinks is just cheating farmers. These are the middlemen who come and buy the products from farmers cheaply, and they go and benefit highly from the national or other big markets. What will you do on those middlemen? Middlemen and women, anyway. These days, there are so many middle women than men. Hello? Yes. Hello? Yes, please. It's good evening. It's about to give, and we are about to start with telling you good night. Good evening.
About to say good morning.
Oh, you're South Sudanese speaking as from online. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like Radio Wise and I like the whatever of the number about that is the good question. Okay, for me what I brought is saying what is the other prefer what is the number
okay.
About the foreigner and the Muslim living long. Muslim is not a good person. You see, like for me, I'm always buying cows and I'm looking. I swear, I always black and it's not a country that the president is the one who's training all that country.
Thank you so much for your comment.
My comment is like, I wish you to the night of Uganda, you see money lender, like for us in our country, we don't have money lender. Even you can call him, for me, I'm working that a captain in South Sudan that right now I'm doing my business because I'm not lending money anywhere in South Sudan.
Thank you for that comment. In South Sudan, there are no money lenders.
There are no money lenders. No money lenders. We don't like that even. We don't want to see them around.
Thank you so much.
That's good.
For your comment. Hello? Hello. Oh, ladies and is out of the line. Let me pick another caller. Hello?
Yes, you're speaking to Ghana John from Siriandongo.
John, thank you so much. How is
Yes, I want
Siriandongo?
to appreciate our flag bearer and all the members in the building.
It's a pleasure having you on board.
Yes, my first question is, I heard our flag bearer has been in Parliament as a member in the Fixed Account Committee for some years back. But then he also failed to fight corruption. Which formula will he use to fight corruption if we wanted him as the president of Uganda now?
Okay. Which formula?
And two, the teacher started crying for salary increment some years back when he was also a member of parliament from 2018 to 19 to 20 and up to now. And I have never had him moving a motion in parliament concerning the teachers' salary.
Okay.
Now, why is it coming now during political time? Why not just to fight that issue so that everybody is treated well?
Thank you for your questions. All right. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
We're speaking to Daniel of Apai.
Daniel calling from Apai. Thank you, Daniel.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Now that Ugandans have lost hope in the election in Uganda, what is his plan? If it is alleged again that when the election is rigged, then secondly, many Ugandans now believe that whether you vote or we don't vote, someone has already passed. Now, how is he going to convince us that we vote him and he's going to be the president of Uganda? Otherwise, I've liked he's a humble person and he can be the president, make it the president very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Hananchi memogo ade kekado do tie kudako. Chawa do tie dake haparu bongweni chawa beach. Hello.
Hello.
Sam medo holo po iba Sam. Okay, Party President Sam that I greet you. Look at him, I'll look at me, you're going to love and mouth in a network, buddy.
After you party president need, I didn't call Uganda John Barrett yesterday in Uganda next hour. Ginnadan is so big. And allow just politics from the government with the bear, the Uganda, the people, I think you can help it here and when you. Ginnara there was more team with the fire, meaning it was the big. What do you got the government?
Okay, Poeva. Right, the caller Daniel from Apache is asking that if you think there is no guarantee for peace in the country currently, but it is what all Ugandans need, a peaceful and country. But if there was no peace, would you be speaking up to this time on the radio? So he's trying to bring that question in, that what do you think about the peaceful country right now? If you think you are the better choice for presidency. Hello? Chen Moses more to Alapoya. You better talk party man.
People front.
You better talk people's front.
And me, agenda matter with the best.
Look, Pashido.
I don't report the job and I make the president.
Okay.
American around you, you, everyone in your wonder. You want to have one alert, both 7 years. For one and another,
Apoyaba?
Kaya na mga right you talk to the terminal you want to go there that for the
Ikoni nyinga. Well, Moses is appreciating your manifesto. Moses said for him is a supporter of PFF, but your manifesto is clear and is worth buying compared to other presidential candidates. So I don't know whether you'll be talking to Chris after and across to FDC. Chris, you can handle that. Eh? My last caller right now. What you take? Chena Bia Poy.
Yes. Now, Mr. President, I want to give you one question.
Yes, sir.
What's going to be your policy on the issues of commercial banks and telecommunications? Because these people, this institution, they do a lot of credit creation in terms of broad money, which I think the government of Uganda may not have absolute control over them. If we vote you as the president tomorrow, what are you going to do on these commercial banks and telecommunications who are into credit creation with a little government or no government control?
Thank you so much, Chanabia. Good. That also now marks my last caller on radio. Now, Honorable Nathan Antalama Fabi, I'm giving you now time, around 7 minutes to respond, and we summarize since our time is now running low. Within 7 minutes, you can respond to those questions.
Moderator, Mr. Moderator, before
Yes, please.
Yes. Atamea kup kana mewoki president okobo tegi here summarizing enokoni program TP jo ametimu hapira bishel nono wara nyima me tidwe tekene donye ber president e Uganda dwe jo naga mtutu me pira bishel nono dwe manna go godo la okobo kitu endo te kobo ni program TP owobe nyobulla menuti okwana meti pe chingi enemy gi teach ameno den gouvernement ramo kedi kubere jo kene lo be wako program tipi monto program tipi choto program tie pe jo ti dushu mano program kita no ko ke ni teko chwale bere president e bi lwenyi ko mugino dushu eno ko ni police prison warders jo me koro buchu eno me jo me gwa hogi prison kuno kedi mon chone matek en kainen kabura jona tia burie ku jone na gwa hokushwa wan dushu and Johnny Pepper mala pobero mirigi er peni teach megin tia jale pikwa kwa me Uganda jonwale bi me Uganda er Johnny petia buraber tino gi petia kwan eno kone bi me yetena Johnny chako kwan from nursery up to university menu tina Johnny du petia cholo e kare do ko comme el sectors menu bero ko comme yotcom eno kone el force duch bi yelle temi yobero referral hospital weko unyo man kita me kanti ya bero kede nyoda hata le wadunga me yineni bera miu elsen the first adok referrals magi kimere nde koboni Chienta me Museveni tiabal me printing posters, t-shirts a goronien. No me ring me on your me Uganda do you chen ni poti bod gicha weti.
Thing we couldn't manage, the party would have been no more. The party is there. We believe that I and another, I am just also a member, just a unit. One day I will go away. Now, if to give you more. He ran away. So in 20, so and by then, of course, at that time it was, Dr. Biesige was what is a presidential candidate, and I think that you are aware that people who middlemen, yes, that's a very serious issue. We are going to deal with it because we're talking of cooperatives. We are going to make sure the government will put money in a cooperative bank so that it provides corporate finance for farmers. The farmers need the money basically for their basic needs. And we're going to put stores so that the people can take their goods in the store and we shall issue them what we call warehouse receipts. I can tell you there will be no middlemen in my government. Everything, the government will be the one to market, and the cooperative will say they are coming back. We are going to get a better price, and where with the price we mean, it takes care of your cost plus a margin profit. Where if you grow a product and the rain or the sun destroys it, the insurance company will pay. I can tell you, James, this business middlemen, unless they become farmers or they change business, they will not cheat a farmer anymore. My sister from Sudan has confirmed. He has confirmed there are no money lenders in the government. Now here they are there because the president is aware of them. They want people poor so that they can become to turn dance on their tunes. This is going to stop because the money lender is just coming to lend in personal money at 20%, and it's very unfortunate per month. Now this is where it's going to be because we'll bring back cooperative bank, we'll bring agriculture bank. These are banks going to give people money at no interest to the farmers, and we're going to invest money in small businesses. And since agriculture is going to be taken care of, I think this is going to go down. And these groups, whereby people they become guarantees of groups, these are going to end. We see either be in a society which does something better, where you have your society with great understanding, and these groups where you have nothing even to save, but you're also calling yourself a member of a saving group. Parliament, children from Chiradong, I think you're one of those who have been out of the world. But even those who are out of the world, the internet is there, and you can Google me. Parliament, when I was Chairman Park, you know what I did, and you know people who went to prison. One Vice President of Kenya went to prison. You're aware that we collected, we returned 1.7 trillion was paid back. And if I was a president, I think I would have done more. That's why I'm coming. I said that I come with experience, because they want to implement that is the executive, not me. The Parliament stops on the recommendations. As teachers, you are aware I'm one of those who has been advocate. I think you don't follow. We're the one who said no, the teachers should not be segregated. Teachers are teachers, because I'm also what? A teacher, and the teacher can do work, or coursework, mark exams, mark courseworks, prepare
scheme of work when he has a proper mind. I'm the one who was saying that teachers should not be one of those to go to money lenders. And even if you recall very well, I'm the one who came up with it, me and a gentleman called Engineer Kawesa, that all university children, when they are going to university, government universities, we get the total money in the basket, divided with all my children who are going to the university, so that each gets a portion. Not some who said this one has performed well to be getting government sponsorship. Yet the ones who are getting government sponsorship might be going to good schools like Wudo, Muri, and their parents are well to do. While those who came from bad schools are the ones who are suffering with selling properties to access university education. And yet they are more bright than those who are in those schools. Daniel, Uganda have lost election. No, don't lose hope. Even if thief steals your garden, you will never leave the garden to grow. You continue growing and say, one day I'll arrest the thief. The thief numbers of days are 40. I want you Ugandans to believe that we shall change this government. I want you to go and vote. If all the votes can be cast, nobody should stay home. Let us cast the votes. Let me give an example with technology. This politician number has got 1,000, the other 1,000, 1,000. Now, how will you teach? People are totaling up. I can tell him it will not be possible. But also, I want to remind you, President Amin said, if you have a biased referee, you must score a goal whereby even a blind person sees that is what? A goal. So what you do is score and cut the net. So that's why I'm saying everybody should come with vote big numbers so that they count until they get tired and say that this one cannot be stolen. And that's a goal where a person will do it. And then you'll see I'll still remain humble, and I'll be humble president. I'm a servant. I'm asking for this job as a servant. I'll not be a boss. I'm not servant to lose. Peace, I think I have not talked about the peace problem here. I said there's insecurity in the pocket. And about the insecurity in the pocket is worse. Poverty is the worst thing, and I want to tell you that it can cause anything. You see, when somebody is poor, he said, I would rather die with a bullet, but I must get food. You understand? So I want to warn you, some from the call that the area will resolve the problem of this. Take an example of our youth who are unemployed. How many are they? The day they will get up and leave that smoking jaga, eating marine, and they start breaking properties, you will regret. That will be the worst. And you see, even if a bullet will be there, they will break it. I can tell you the area will stop this poverty, the insecurity, we have the youth with jobs, the better. We don't do it, I can tell you the country is on fire. The youth are too many, they are unemployed, they take, I see them with some family bottles of alcohol, which is not good. We don't, some I'm told to take the thing which make shoes, this gum, how can you take gum? It's very dangerous. I can tell you that's the insecurity we have. So the peace we're talking about tomorrow is not a piece of a gun, it's the piece of poverty, be ready, and unemployment. And this one is a time bomb for all of us. Mother's people, thank you so much. Come work together. We thank you for buying in the manifesto, and this manifesto is implementable because the person who is talking, he knows how to do it. And it's from what my brother. Yes, we are very concerned about MTN. They are lending money to you people. You say put in money, you can access a rate of 50K, but the interest rate, who is regulating? That's a very important thing. Even the commercial banks, you see, even if we have regulated the sector, you cannot allow interest rates to fluctuate anyhow as they are. There must be a cap. In Kenya they have done it, in UK they have done it. I can tell you the earlier we do it in Uganda, the better. And I want to tell you, the only person who knows the money markets, who knows how people are doing this, MTN and Airtel are no different from money lenders. They are no different. This will be dealt with without fear or favor. I want to ask you people of Lano that I'm a UPC from background. You see, when the parties were banned, is when other parties, when the party came, is when you see FDC coming up, other parties coming up. But the original parties was UPC, DP, and I think CP was a bit there in 1980. One, my parents are of that background. Of course, Mbale is known for UPC. But I want to state that even the UPC was born in Mbale, if you are not aware. UPC was born in Mbale, and the first conference where they elected Dr. Milton Obote as a leader was in Mbale. That means if it wasn't Mbale, the one we just brought it here. So now, the leader who led first was from Lango. But also, when Dr. Milton Obote died, when they were bringing his body from Kampala, of course when they came from Kampala, it never went through the world. Well, of course I will follow it until we buried. It is only one time, the one place it slept on the way. That is where? Mbale. That shows Mbale was his second home. So now I want to read the congressman, the people of Akena. My brother Akena is not on the ballot paper. I am there. I'm not the one who removed him, but you know who removed him. So me, I'm saying that after Akena, it is me. I'm requesting all congressmen that on your own. One day these parties are going to go away, we shall come back to the Congress. So I'm a congressman by birth.